What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video guys, I will show you quite an interesting update. I will show you that the letter that was written just several days ago and that I covered on my yesterday's video might be even more impactful on our case than you might thought. On top of that, I will show you that through a DJT case and through David Nunes activity, all of the ticker symbol which were targeted illegally by naked shorters might have a resolution, and definitely it might be a huge breakthrough in all of the cases of naked shorting activity. And at the end of this video I will share my personal story. That is why please watch this video till the very end, because it is very important for me personally. But before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for the community. So let's start with this news. Just yesterday I showed you this letter that was written by David Nunes and that was addressed to the Honorable Ashley Moody, Attorney General State of Florida. And in this letter, let me quote you just one paragraph that is the most important for today's video. Furthermore, data made available to us indicate that just 4 market participants have been responsible for over 60% of extraordinary volume of DJT shares traded. It was Citadel Securities, Virtu Americas, G1 Execution Services and Jane Street Capital. And here you can see the number of 60% of extraordinary volume. And on top of that, I showed you this tweet that was made by Dunk Savvy on January 28th of this year, where she refers to this data, that is routing data from E-Trade. Let me show you this screenshot. And that proves that Virtu Americas, back in October of 2022, was involved in this process of trading of MMTLP shares. And guys, for now, let me show you this information that was published by Timeless team, and he's done very good due diligence. Let me quote you his tweet in details. MMTLP, thank you Kristen Shaughnessy for your intelligent, wise, insightful and consistent reporting to help retail and the MMTLP community. Very appreciative of all your efforts to have you on our side. Mindful here to add may already be noted in some respect, and I apologize if so or if I am off any. I saw the names below, and this might be an interesting statistic and link to the problem David Nunes speaks of. And by the way, he refers to the same exact letter that was written on May the 9th. And let me quote you further. I recall seeing the same names below being called by David Nunes in the E-Trade December 2022 official order routing report as the top routers, as well during the MMTLP fiasco. Since Citadel Securities, Virtu Americas, G1 Execution Services and Jane Street Capital totaled an average of a little over 90% of all E-Trade orders routed that month. So guys, we have another number that just a little bit over 90% of all E-Trade orders were routed through these 4 companies. With that high percentage, just wondering which of them specifically was routed and which buyer sought this one MMTLP too late to cancel sell order during that time frame. The buyer was later rejected, we all know, but seemed very desperate with a big problem to want to say so much to hide a problem near the end. Congress needs to set a date for an MMTLP hearing and let us all find out more about Desperado dealer. And guys, let me remind you that Timeless team is the person whose broker-dealer was E-Trade and whose too late to cancel order was set to mind-boggling $200,000, which equals to more than $20 million of worth of sale, but he didn't receive this amount. And it was quite weird, but if we connect all the dots, potentially these orders were cancelled by these companies, and definitely potentially these companies are involved in this illegal activity. And let me show you these screenshots in details. First of all, I want to pay attention to this data. Here you can see that 4 companies collect more than 90% of the entire volume of trading back in December of 2022. On top of that, guys, here is the screenshot of his order that was set by $200,000, and he intended to sell 1,000 MMTLP shares as a limit order, as you can see, and the status of this order is too late to cancel. And we all know that this means this order should be executed. But Timeless team didn't receive any money on his banking account because of this sell-off. And definitely, all this information leads us to the conclusion that these 4 companies that were mentioned in the letter from David News are the major wrongdoers who short not only the MMTLP shares back in December of 2022 or DJT shares just recently at the very beginning of April of this year, but also these companies potentially were the short sellers of other ticker symbols that was shorted to oblivion. And let me show you the next update. In response to this tweet that was written by Timeless team, 100mph wrote this tweet 6 hours ago. Citadel G1 and Virtu iterate 606 routing contract data for 2022 Q4. At the same time, MMTLP traded before the FINRA implemented U3 halt. DJT just ignited a fuse that opened up a can of worms when considering question number 9 on the MMTLP congressional letter is unanswered. And let me show you what 100 mph means by question number 9. Here is the letter that was signed by 74 Congress members and that was prepared by Ralph Norman's office. And here is the question number 9. Provide any delivery of a certificate, audited and consolidated count of shares that were held by all US and foreign financial institutions together with their clearing firm counterbrokers, including trades not reported in the consolidated audited audit trial related to MMTLP on the date of December 12, 2022. Please include all shares and holdings of long and short positions, as well as IOUs held by each participating broker and market participant as record owner, beneficial owner, or in any other capacity, each reported separately, including but not limited to all shares registered at AST, all shares held in US broker-dealers, all shares held offshore that were traded and never settled through the appropriate clearing channels, and the ability to provide the location associated with each short position identified above. And guys, this question in the letter is the most important one, because with this data, basically we are free to sue any broker-dealer who have a short position, uncovered short position on MMTLP back in December of 2022. And definitely, no one from broker-dealers or no one from market makers want to disclose this information, because it will be the beginning of the end of their career. And that is why all we can do for now is to collect this data piece by piece from different sources. And because of David News and DJT case, definitely we might collect this information in details. On top of that, let me show you this quite interesting information. And I want to pay your attention to the fact that all of the companies who were targeted by naked shorters, they are basically at the same level. They were shorted to oblivion. And the structure of this naked short position from wrongdoers was exactly the same. That is why we can unite and we can address with the same exact question to attorneys general, and we can give for them our cases, our information. And let me show you what did Stephanie write. Time for action. David News has become a loud voice for market manipulation due to the naked short selling in DJT. All of our companies have experienced the same problems. It is time to contact your state attorney general. Here's how you find your AG And here is a sample letter. Let's get loud. And she added this blueprint of a letter, and it is quite concise a letter that you can use in order to address to your local attorneys general with our common issue. And guys, please take a look on this blueprint and follow Stephanie. Her Twitter account is StephMace22, and definitely because of these united efforts, we might push our case even harder. On top of that, let me show you this information. The problem of naked shorting activity is not the current problem. It started long time ago, and Christian Shaughnessy wrote this tweet on May 11th, just yesterday, and she added the video from SEC Chairman Cox that was recorded back in 2008, and this video was published by Ham Short Killer. And in this video, the SEC chairman admitted that there is a huge problem of naked short activity on the market, and this means SEC knows at least from 2008, and they intended to solve this problem. But then, guys, you know that Gary Gensler became the head of SEC Commission, and since then we don't have any steps toward the resolution of this major problem. On top of that, guys, let me show you here in the comment section, you can find even older video that shows that naked short activity was at least from 2005. And here you can see the video that is just 1 minute long, and it explains that one man buys all shares in the company, and the same stock still traded 50 million times with no shares available. So he definitely enabled a checkbox that he doesn't want to lend these shares, but at the same time, during several days after his purchase, this ticker symbol was traded with a volume, huge volume of more than 50 million shares a day. And guys, this is another evidence that was documented back in 2005 that naked short activity was on our market for at least 20 years. And this is a huge problem. So let me show you another quite interesting tweet. Glass Guy 16 hours ago wrote this. Are the fines that the SEC and FINRA enforcing on wrongdoers all made up? Does anyone know how these are calculated? Don't you think someone should find out? And he basically asked ChatGPT, and let me show you what did he do. He asked, how does the SEC tabulate the fines they levy on wrongdoers? And ChatGPT answered, they use a giant wheel of fortune with penalties ranging from slap on the wrist to you're paying for our next office renovation. So even ChatGPT knows that SEC doesn't know how to properly implement these fines, and that is why we still have this problem on the market, and this is a quite upset situation. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star. star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.